Yeah, can you see it? Good.
Yes.
So this was, it was called Hack the LTTA1. And we were team 2, and we were looking at how you can create workshops that lead participants into an understanding that CRISPR-Cas9 gene editing technique can be something very creative. As it is also very much proven by the work of Return to Dilmun that we also discussed during that workshop. So like I said, it's a 1-week workshop on gene editing for higher education level participants, building collaboration between artists and scientists alike, using a mix of speculative scientific tools to develop tangible concepts, combining art and science. And as we will see in discussions tomorrow and Saturday, it's very interesting to to have this mix of art and science in this development. So we're looking at values, finding something common, finding also synergy between scientific knowledge and artistic knowledge, finding collaborations, working with curiosity, understanding each other's field rules. I think that is an important one. And we, in the preparation of this Return to Dilmun remake, we already had discussions about what parts for an educational purpose you can leave out, but you cannot leave out for an artistic purpose. So there is some differentiation there that is very productive in the discussions between people more with a science background and more with an artistic background. Most important is this slide, and I'm only going to talk about this slide in terms of what we're going to do today. We talked about a number of phases that have a circularity that can reoccur. That's actually talking about an exhibition. It's more a curatorial discussion about which artworks, for what reason, using gene editing techniques, the group finds interesting to have discussed. And then a selection thereof is made that is turned into a real or a virtual exhibition. That already creates a lot of mutual understanding with the people in the group that have a scientific or a more creative background. Then it is interesting to look at this phase, the exhibition phase, that for this reason we have chosen Return to Dilmun to be the part of this workshop of LTTA2. It's interesting to understand that there is quite a lot of technique and technical understanding needed in order to use gene editing techniques to make an artwork of. But not only technical understanding, I think the artistic understanding that is in the Return to Dilmun team also creates a number of steps in the making of the artwork that I think are really essential. But what we're going to do a lot in the days to come is to redo the technique itself. There's also, and that in the LTTA2 CRISPR creating toolkit was called the fundamentals. As you can see in the program, we also have a few parts that are more or less about speculation. And I also think the ethics discussion we have tomorrow is also about speculation, because speculation leads to new ideas of new CRISPR artworks that I think are interesting to test the technique in a creative way in order to have more discussion about the effects of that technique on society, on the ecology at large. And from that, again, you can think of conceiving a new project like a new version of Return to Dilmun, or a new other work that works with gene editing techniques, which in the end then can be shared again to the first phase. So loosely, we're going to run through these phases also during this LTT A2 workshop of the coming days. Yeah, that is a little bit my introduction of what we're going to do for now. And if I am not mistaken, I will still share my screen. Looking at the program of today's workshop, I would now like to give the word to Günther and Roland, and I leave it up to you who of you is going to talk first. But please give us a full account about why you made this work, how you made it, why you chose in vitro and not in vivo, etc. I think it's an incredibly interesting story, and I'm also a bit proud that we have you on board here to listen to the way you made this artwork. So I'm going to stop my screen share, and I will briefly drop out of Zoom and then re-enter in order to make sure that this part is separately recorded. And thereafter, I will record again the session of Roland and Günther after they started sharing their screen.